Say welcome. Say welcome.
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 So I'm going to. Where do we start, baby?
Hey, Sean, look at me.
Test, test, test,
Mr.
test.
Charles is going to introduce
Test,
me.
test,
so,
right there, right there. 1, 2, 1, 2.
So
Hey,
now
hey,
I'm
hey,
gonna
hey.
have to be like here or something. So what I'll do is move the girlies for a second. Take a little closer when I speak. Or.
All right, guys, we're going live in 4 minutes. 4, 3, 2, 1.
Hey, listen, listen. Hey, bring me up a little bit louder, Sean. Not right there, only on that side right there. Hey, listen. When I raise my hand, I want y'all to make some noise, okay? When I raise my hand. Okay, when I bring my hand down, I want you guys to stop making noise, okay? We're gonna test y'all out, all right? Hey, when I bring my hand down, stop making noise. Okay, let's get it together. Y'all ready? Perfect, perfect. I'm gonna be doing that over there, okay? So watch me.
Uh-oh, somebody's calling.
All right, guys, 5:57.
DJ, please pick up your phone. It's
On the
request line.
Okay, my favorite song. Rock Master Scott on line 1. Play that Saturday night for you.
We good on the mic? No. Uh-oh. Yep, watch this photo, yep.
Good. Like that cardigan, Doc.
That's mine. It's my size.
Okay, y'all ready?
Okay, so for my camera folks, are you guys settled here? Are you coming in? Okay. I appreciate it. No, right over there. Yes, sir, thank you. All right, we good here? Okay, you're filming here?
Speed on everything.
5:59. One moment. You're welcoming, yes, sir?
Does anybody need Chris Brown tickets? See
I'll take that. I'll take that.
We need to hang out.
Earth, Wind, and Fire.
5:59. Communications going immediately after the council member, Pastor Lamar, or his dad? Okay, Dad, you're gonna go, your preference. Okay, then Celine is here?
Huh?
The Celine. Carlene.
We'll be here at 6:10.
6:10. Okay, so it'll be Pastor Lamar. If she's here, she'll go in between, and we'll let Teacher Bobby round us off.
So it's Pastor Lamar.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Pastor Lamar, you're close by, so just be ready as soon as the council member is done. You're gonna go after him, and then we'll move from there. All right, guys, we're counting down.
Like New Year's Eve?
Quickly. Thank you. To the left of the shot, thank you. Where's your sticker? Where's your sticker, little lady? Thank you. Okay. Okay, now here. Good lady.
Counting down. 2, 3, 2, 1.
Good evening. Good evening, and welcome to Councilmember and hopefully in the very future Delegate Robert White. So what I have here. Ladies and gentlemen, friends and neighbors, and fellow Washingtonians, my name is Charles Satterfield. I represent Robert White as his deputy campaign manager, and it is my great honor to introduce a leader who has dedicated his life to serving the people of our nation's capital. Councilmember White is not just a public servant. He is deeply rooted in the history and the heartbeat of this city. For over 10 years, he has served on the DC Council, fighting tirelessly for stronger neighborhoods, better schools, and opportunities that reach every community. During his time on the council, Councilmember White has shown that real progress comes from listening to the people, building consensus, and never losing the fight. His focus on values that make our city strong, his leadership is defined by action, whether it's advocating for safer streets, supporting local businesses, or ensuring that every voice in our community is heard. Today, he steps forward to bring that same dedication, integrity, and vision to the national stage as he runs for Congress. Councilmember White knows that Washington, D.C. deserves a champion, a fighter, and Congress who understands our history, shares our struggles, and believes in our future. Please join me in welcoming a lifelong Washingtonian, a proven leader, and our next congressional representative, Councilmember White.
I was in middle school and tired of wearing clothes. Let me give it a moment. It's a lot. It's all right. It's all right. It's all right. Amen. It's all right. It's all right. Take your time. Take your time. All right. So I was in middle school and tired of wearing clothes from the thrift store the first time I walked in here to Midtown Barbershop and asked Kevin Williamson if I could sweep floors for tips. Kevin smiled and said, "You got it." That was my first job. Today, I'm standing on the same floor I used to sweep, asking for a different kind of chance. The chance to lead our fight as the next member of Congress for the District of Columbia. Growing up here was tricky for a lot of us. My parents divorced when I was young, and when I was 8 years old, I lost my mom to breast cancer. When my mom died, I was crushed. But 3 weeks later, as I was still struggling to get my bearings, a truck lost control, hit a car that landed on top of the car I was riding in. I was medevaced to the hospital with a fractured skull. By the time I recovered enough to go back to school, I was too far behind. I failed in school year after year until I was that kid that everybody had counted out. But just like I came into this shop and asked for that first shot, I worked, I hustled, I clawed my way back. I managed to become the first in my family to graduate from college. I went to Oxford University, came back to DC for law school, worked for a judge, and then went to Capitol Hill to work for Congresswoman Eleanor Holmes Norton. I don't say that to boast, but to testify, because I know what it feels like to be the one who wasn't supposed to make it. I didn't come up playing on manicured lawns of Mar-a-Lago, but sweeping floors at Midtown Barbershop. And I wouldn't trade that for anything, because this path taught me the wins and losses of everyday life. It wasn't my plan as a young lawyer, with a mountain of law school debt to go to Capitol Hill and work long hours for short money. But when I got the opportunity to work for DC under our warrior on the Hill, Congresswoman Norton, I couldn't stay on the sidelines. Working for Congresswoman Norton, I learned what real service looks like. And when Carl Racine became DC's first elected Attorney General, he asked me to help build the first community engagement office. And together, we made government meet people where they are. When I joined the DC Council, I carried those lessons with me to focus not on who gets the credit, but on who gets the help. As a fifth-generation Washingtonian, I have seen this city through good times and hard ones. I know what it's like to move from home to home, from bed to bed, wondering how it'll all work out. And right now, DC, I know it feels heavy. Many of us are wondering how it'll all work out. We're navigating some of the toughest times that we've ever lived. Our city is under siege, not by strangers, but by a government that treats us like second-class citizens in our own home. They stole $1 billion, $1 billion from DC taxpayers and didn't even blink. We've watched our national government invade our neighborhoods, snatch people from their communities, spend millions on military shows of force while families right here are fighting just to afford rent, childcare, and a little peace of mind. Thousands of federal workers, public servants are furloughed now, wondering if they will even be paid at the end of it. We are in the thick of our fight. But I see something rising in us. Last month, tens of thousands of us marched for a free DC. Yes. That fire in us, that's the DC I know. Yes. We are angry. But we are also awake. And when DC wakes up, we know how to turn a broom into a platform, a setback into a calling. Yes. Well, I want you to know that there is a path to hope. Yes. And it runs through you. All right. Because this is going to take all of us. So let me tell you what comes next. We are going to protect our city, and in doing so, we are going to protect our country. The only way to defend DC from this president is to change who controls Congress. Right now, extremists hold the gavel by a razor-thin margin. So here's the plan. After we win this primary in June, and we will win this primary, yes. After we win this primary, we will mobilize tens of thousands of DC residents, our DC brigade, to fan out across battleground states. We will register voters. We will knock on doors. We will flip seats. We will show America what democracy looks like. Let me say that again. We, DC residents who do not have full democracy, will show America what democracy looks like when DC leads from the front lines. And when we help take back Congress, we will demand that our new Democratic leadership finally give DC the full rights that we deserve. No more waiting, no more symbolic seats. We will take our seat at the table of American power where we've always belonged. And let me tell you, this seat may not have a vote today, but it is not powerless. I've seen the power of this seat firsthand, and I know how to use it. When I was legislative counsel to Congresswoman Norton, I was in the room when she recommended Ketanji Brown Jackson to President Obama for the DC District Court, a stepping stone to the Supreme Court. I was in the room when she secured federal investments that brought jobs to neighborhoods left behind, like the Wharf, which didn't just build buildings, it opened doors. During the recession, I was in the room when she helped bring millions of dollars in federal funds to DC, money that became paychecks and small business contracts. This seat matters if you know how to use it. I know how to use it. I ain't new to this. All right. I will use it to fight for our workers, to rebuild our federal workforce and bring jobs home. I will use this seat to fight for our families, to invest in schools, housing, and health care. I will use it to fight for real public safety, not political theater. And yes, I will use it to fight for statehood, for the 700,000 Washingtonians who are taxed, who serve, and who sacrifice. If America is serious about democracy, then it has to start here with us. So I'm asking you, join me today. I need 250 day one donors. Not tomorrow, right now. Click the link in the chat to donate $25 or $50, whatever you can, because we can't fight without resources. And if you have time, even just an hour, sign up to volunteer. Click the link, sign up, and request your yard sign. And let your neighbors know, because this is your fight too. This isn't just a campaign. This is a rescue mission.
All right.
To win back our city, our values, and our future. For the parents who can't sleep because they're worrying about their kids tomorrow, this fight is for you. For the elders who can't bear to watch the news anymore because it is so bleak, this fight is for you. For the kids walking past a barbershop, dreaming of a break like I once did, this fight is for you. DC, the future is in our hands. Let's rise up, let's fight, and let's win together. DC, are we ready? DC, are we ready?
Let's go.
We were born ready. Let's do it.
Good evening. I think it is very fitting that we are here in this barber shop because it was in the barber shop that I learned politics. In the barber shop, men like my father and grandfather talked about our community and what it could be. They spent a lot of time complaining about politicians and preachers like myself who were not fully committed to making the community all that it could be. I stand here today on behalf of the prophetic tradition to say that we have only done our best work when we have been in partnership with elected leaders. Now is the time for us to partner with persons of the caliber of Robert White to make sure that our voting rights are protected, to make sure that democracy is extended, to make sure that Washington is an affordable city and a truly safe city. I'm thankful that he has offered himself to serve, but now we have to offer ourselves to serve because our politicians can only do what we give them the power to do. And so it is incumbent upon us to vote, to organize, and to realize that after we have voted, our work is just beginning. We've got to make sure that he has all that he needs to work for us on our behalf without fear or favor. We come together across all wards of the city to say now is the time to pass the torch to a new generation of fighter, and Robert White is the one for the job. Let's work together to make it happen.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
This is such an exciting occasion. I am Carlene Reed, a proud Ward 8 resident, and standing, to support Robert White for DC delegate. First off, I am one of those workers who are impacted by the current shutdown, and Robert White is the only candidate so far that's reached out to give resources in this unpredictable time. As a Ward 8 resident, thank you. As a Ward 8 resident, we have some of the most, probably the most parklands, I believe, in our city. And our responsibility is to make sure those parklands are taken care of. And I know Robert can do it. And lastly, as a Ward 8 resident, I frequently rely on his services the most responsive office, one of the most responsive offices in DC Council, and I know that he's going to do that above and beyond in the halls of Congress. So I hope that you stand with me in supporting Robert White for DC Delegate. Congratulations.
Family, I am Robert White Sr., and I've come to recommend to you Robert White Jr. I stand before you today with a heart overflowing with pride and praise. I rise not just as a father, but as a witness to what determination, discipline, and divine direction can do in a young man's life, who dares to dream beyond doubt. Robert did not always have an easy road in school, and at every stage he met some struggle, but every struggle became a stepping stone. Every obstacle became an opportunity. He was determined not just to do better, but to be better. Not for applause, but for accountability. Not for privilege, but for purpose. I used to think Robert had a calling on his life. And I came to realize that his calling was not to the pulpit, but to the public. I came to see that his call was broader, a call to service, a civil calling to serve the people, to speak for the voiceless, to stand for what is right, and to strengthen the bonds of our common humanity. For 5 generations, our family has given it all to the city in one way or another. But today, I believe the voice, the vision, the vessel of service we need for such a time as this, it's found in Robert. Robert is seasoned, he is studied, and he is steadfast. And I believe he is sent. Amen? Amen. Sent to speak for the people of Washington, D.C., not for personal gain, but for the greater good of all of Washington and the best of our nation. So tonight, I don't stand as a father alone. I stand as a believer that when God gives you a calling, no critic and no challenge can cancel it. For today, we stand on the prefaces of a great turn for our city, to give rise not to power, but to people, to be the voice, even without a vote, to stand strong until we see D.C. a state.
I don't know how to follow that. At this juncture, we're going to segue to have Easy Street run the social media side of things. We'll take the questions. Want to thank everybody for showing up for Robert White, to throw in your support, for donating. All those in Streamland, please lend your support. Amen. We need a fighter. We need a champion. Fight with Robert White.
Okay, all right. Welcome, everybody. Man, this is a lot of people in here, man. Good Lord. Councilmember, you bring them out. He is bringing them out. So let's listen. The money is important. Your donation is very, very important. We need dollars. What's that song? Ain't no romance without the finance. So if we love our brother, you gotta donate. You have to donate. So now, there are a lot of people chiming in, and I want to shout out to everybody on Instagram Live, everyone on Facebook that's watching us right now, and I believe we have questions. Do we have questions? We're not doing the questions? Okay, so, Councilmember, come stand by my side, bro. All right, no questions, but I have questions for you. Thank you for the speech. Thank you for your service. It's beautiful to see your family here as well. Couple of questions I'd like to ask you. Talk about how much this really means to you as a Washingtonian to be taking this next step.
So when I used to work for Congresswoman Norton, we would walk from her office into the Capitol to meet with President Obama, the Speaker of the House, other national dignitaries. And I would look up from inside the Capitol, look at that dome, and remember what it was like to be a kid growing up here, only seeing that dome from the outside, and feeling like I was close to, walking with our warrior on the Hill, fighting for my city. And now I get that same overwhelm, feeling like I will be the next person to represent. We have one person in the entire Congress, and I'm running to be that person for my city that I grew up in.
Right, talk about the importance of the work that we've seen from Eleanor Holmes Norton and how important she is to Washington, D.C. Because we obviously love her.
That's right.
She's an incredible person, and her service to our community has been great as well.
Her service has been incredible. I love Congresswoman Norton. I wouldn't be the leader I am today if I didn't work for her. For 3.5 decades, she has carried that torch on the Hill. She has protected, defended D.C., and one of the reasons I spoke about the power of that seat is because I want people to understand what she was able to do without a vote, and what the next person who goes into that seat will have to do without a vote. So when I am in that seat, one of the things you will see me do is lift up her legacy, because it will not be forgotten on my watch.
Wonderful, yeah, thank you for that. So, I want to ask you this as well, because this is equally important. We know that this is a huge step, but the statehood piece, tell us what your plans are once you get in there. What exactly are you going to be doing to make sure that we become that next state?
I'm glad you asked that. Most people would tell you right now they think we are further from statehood than we've ever been. I would say we are closer. Now here's why. Because Democrats have decided that we're not playing polite politics anymore. So the Texas governor said that they're going to get into the redistricting battle, and Democrats have responded and said, we're going to get into this battle too. Well, I need national Democrats to recognize that nothing is going to shift the balance of power for the next decade more than 2 senators from the District of Columbia.
Okay. So, obviously, Councilmember White, we're in a new time right now, and it requires new energy. Would you agree? Would you agree with that?
I agree.
Why is that new energy important for what we're facing today?
Because the energy on the other side is fighting at full caliber. So we have to be fighting at full caliber too. We have to make sure that we go in with energy, with strategy, with know-how. That is what I go into Congress doing right now. This is that we didn't intend to find ourselves in a time like this. We thought the battles like this were over after the Civil Rights Movement. But even if we are not ready, we are called. And if we are called, then we are ready. And we have to remember that. So I am ready. This is not the path that I have chosen. It is the path that God has said you have to go to. That is where the fight is, and I go to the fight.
Okay, so we were talking about making those donations. There's a QR code out there. I want to remind you, please, we'd like to have those donations as soon as you possibly can, because we want to be able to take this to the next level, and the next level, and the next level.
Yes.
I want to ask you, since we're talking about money, talk about budget and fiscal control and the importance of that.
Well, look, DC is in a tight budget, tighter than it's been in 3 decades. So we need, first of all, Congress to give us back our $1 billion. And second, we need to make sure we are getting money from the federal government to DC. Again, in terms of jobs, small business contracts, that's how we protect our city. So even as our local budget gets tight, that's where the federal government is supposed to step in. We need them when local budgets get tight. Ours is tight, so we're gonna go fight for money for DC.
Okay, I'm glad you mentioned, do you have another question?
We do.
Okay, hold on.
Councilmember White,
Hold on the mic.
from Darlene Camara. People are feeling overwhelmed with the current political climate. What are you doing to reinstate hope for DC residents?
I appreciate, Darlene, I think there's nothing we need more right now than hope, which is why I come not just with the word hope, but with a plan. A plan to make sure we use that energy that people are feeling right now. DC has, we are used to being punched down on, right? But at a certain point, enough is enough. and enough has become enough. That is why you saw 20,000 people go march last month. That is why you see DC flags flying from homes all over this city, because people have had enough. So we are going to take that energy and use that energy to protect the district by flipping Congress. We are going to go to our battleground states in mass, thousands of DC residents, and we are going to win congressional control of Congress. When we do that, we will be able to defend the district from the whims of this president that does not have our best interest at heart. So I want you to hold on to hope. I want you to know that right now our city has the energy, and I am running as a leader with a plan.
Wonderful. All right, so we're gonna wrap this thing up. I just want to remind everybody, please, make those donations. We got to make this happen. We got to do the right thing for our city. And of course, we got to do the right thing for our people. And thank you. All right. Okay. So are we wrapping up? Are we finished? All right, so of course you got the final word, bro.
Look, final word, we are in this fight, DC. We are going to win this fight, but as I said, it's going to require all of us. So everyone, I need you to plug in. I need you to be with us. I need you to jump into this movement. It's donating, it's volunteering. But again, after this election, that is when our real work begins, because DC is going to make a statement on the national map, and we're going to demand something in return. So I want to thank everybody for coming out, everybody for joining online. Let's go. Let's get this done. I am fired up and ready to go.
Done? Are we finished?
Yes, indeed. Thank you. I appreciate it.
See you. Thank you.
Yeah, we'll talk about that. It's just everybody like right here.
have this in the background? Over here. Yeah, there you go. All right. And you will be out here momentarily. Okay. What's your? I'm with WJLA. I know you're Alexis. Yeah. What's your framing? Honestly, just what it means to have this support here, and then just this main message to people. Really. That's really it. Thank you. Tonight at 11, but I want to say at least 8, so it'll be before 11:10. Okay. If you need a card, I can give you my info, and I can send you a link. Yes. And I'll send you a text so you have my name. All right. Thanks so much. I don't mind. Just basic questions or?
No, I got about a few questions. Yeah, basically, follow whatever you're going to ask.
No, but I feel like I see you.
I see people around, but I don't really know.
Yeah. And depending on what it is, Alexis, nice to meet you. What about you? Yeah. I interned there a while back.
Okay, so what I want you to do is capture this. Capture this. Okay?
Yeah, that's fine.
I'm going to put you right here. On this side, right here, on this side of them.
They said that they wanted to have this background. Yeah.
I can't have the USA 9 branding in the background. I actually came from my technically campus. Yeah, actually I really like tech. Hey bro. Oh, yep, that's it. That's you? Okay, here's somebody. Thank you. All right, no, you're welcome. CBS. Yeah. It was a nice station. I like that. The company is. I feel like it's been for sale. I feel like it's been for sale on and off for like years now.
Yeah.
When I got hired, there was a hiring freeze that took a while. Like onboarding, it was like.
That's fine. It's like a political expert, just to talk about the race. Oh yeah, no, we need to. Actually, there's 9 people. It's like 9 people apparently running, but I think those are 2. Yeah. Together or one-on-one? Together. Together's fine. Together's fine. Sure. How are you?
I'm doing well. How are you? Good to see you.
Good to see you. Alexis with WJLA 9. Hi, how are you? I like your outfit. Very cute. Okay. Mic check. Okay, so just tell me how it feels to have this official launch party here and have all this support for you.
I'm incredibly excited. I mean, we are in a fight, and so every day people are feeling the heaviness, but I want to make sure people feel hope and feel like they are able to elect someone who has a plan to defend the district. So people are leaving here today feeling hope.
And this is a very challenging time right now for DC residents. What is your message to those who are fearful for the future of DC, and especially when it comes to statehood? I know that's one thing you're working about and focused on, but just the message to people who are concerned about the future.
The people are rightly concerned, but I want people to know that we have to have hope, but we also have to have a plan. I have hope and a plan. I have a plan to protect DC from the rest of the Trump presidency, to make sure that we work to flip Congress and that we protect DC and start to get more jobs back into our city, start to get more investment back into our city, and then even move towards statehood. And we have a real opportunity for that right now.
And I know this is a very complex role when it comes to power. How do you make sure that the residents of DC, their needs and everything are heard when it comes to this delegacy?
Look, DC has only one seat in the entire Congress, and that person has to be responsive to the needs of 700,000 people, make the federal government work for them. Because I've worked in that office for so many years at a high level, I know how to do that, how to make agencies move, how to get funding to DC projects. So I want residents to know that when I go into that Capitol building, I go knowing what to do.
I think those are my main questions, but is there anything that I'm missing that you'd like to say or add?
I think that's it.
Is there anything you had? Thank you so much.
Thank you
I
so
really
much.
appreciate it.
Good
Nice
to
to
see
see
you.
you.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.